Britain's favourite smell?
Is it a burning Frenchman?
Bacon. Or freshly born rabbits.
Freshly born
By the way, you clinched it there in the last second.
Hang on a second. Bacon or, and this is part of the same guess, freshly born rabbits.
If you go into a pet shop and they have rabbits and they're just... Ooh, lovely. And they're so tiny and they're so small and they've so sweet little ears.
What you've done is you've answered a question about Britain's favourite smell, and what I've got from your answer was she'd be a nightmare girlfriend. It's interesting, isn't it, what comes across? What poll do you think Bono, Peggy Mitchell and Gordon Ramsay might have appeared on?
Is it food-related? It's like he makes pizza, doesn't he? Gordon Ramsay. And then The Edge is the name of a pizza, isn't it? Peggy Mitchell's friend's Pat Butcher, whose nickname's Stuffed Crust. And,
Sean, what do you make of Gordon Ramsay?
I watched a bit of the Nightmares thing there.
Do you see that woman in Derby who bought that restaurant, the Gondola?
My God!
It's
500 things on the menu.
I know.
That's why I don't watch it.
Really is like
Did you see her
prawn
nails?
cocktails. Oh my God!
This is good because I didn't get to go to the laundrette this week, so I'm catching up on all the news. What else have the nation been talking about?
Is it that Lib Dem man? They've got a leader now, haven't they? Ming Campbell. And apparently they voted for him because it'd stop all the sex scandals, which I hope so, because he's 87. And he doesn't even look like he can get it up, let alone stick it in a rent boy. Do you know what I mean?
Just think about what you're applauding.
Yeah.
But the thing that gets me is why does he call himself Ming when it's Menzies? And he said that because it's Menzies, it's M-E-N-Z-I-E-S, and he said, oh, in the Celtic language, we don't mention the Z. I'm thinking, well, you're in the English language now. I didn't know we could make our own language up. Do you know what I mean? It's like me saying, oh, well, I'm going to add an E on it and call him Minge.
I put forward Kate Moss. Could be Janine Bond.
Yeah, but Janine, that's like someone who works in Greggs. Oh, Janine. All right, love. Oh, Goldfinger, we meet at last. My dad tried to get me... He's always trying to get me sporting. He tried to get me interested in cricket, right? And I hate cricket. It's so boring. He told me that the Ashes, yeah, were Ellen Daniels from Neighbours, right?
Now, obviously, a spark of interest
And I was
there.
like... Ellen Daniels, you say? And I was hooked.
67% of Brits think that what is the ultimate status symbol?
Having your own table in Greggs the Baker's. Same table, sir. Thank you.
Is it like when they lift their white trilbies? Why do they wear white trilbies, bakers? I never understood that.
They're really
Like,
into
there's
Michael
something
Jackson.
jazz about them.
Using a baguette as a stick.
Did you see this thing at Heathrow Airport? They're giving people... If you work at Heathrow Airport and you find a bomb, you get 50 quid.
Yeah.
And W.H. Smith vouchers.
I believe it's M&S vouchers.
M&S vouchers.
M&S vouchers you get.
You can get yourself some new knickers while you shit yourself. You find a bomb in your bag.
Top celebrity to have a night out with?
Kate Moss, because whenever you're with her, it's a white Christmas.
Is it like Rosie and Jim?
Talking about the ragdoll puppets.
Yeah, Rosie and Jim, Rosie and Jim.
What are you doing watching that?
Just before Loose Women.
Just before Loose Women.
I'd like to take Loose Women out with me on a night out.
Well, wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
Top female sexual fantasy? Ian Lee.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hold on, mate. Apparently so. To be told they've got lovely boobs by a stranger. I don't know, a builder or something. They love it, don't they?
Is it, like, just something very simple, like maybe a phone call 3 days later?
Is it wearing a gimp mask and being pulled around on a chain like a dog? These women aren't my strong points.
else have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, there's a big debate about whether the NHS should fund alternative therapies, crystals and healing massages, or sort of, I don't know what they do. I don't know what that is. But,
Reflexology.
Reflexology and stuff like that.
Somebody's got the choice of having something that may make you better or is going to completely cure you. Which one would you choose?
Well, I think the thing is, if it's alternative therapy and they do it for you, you should be allowed to pay them with alternative money. Buttons.
Yeah. All I know is if I'm in an accident, I want to hear a siren, not wind chimes. I want to go to a hospital, not a bleeding wigwam.
I mean, a lot of it is rubbish. Look at that aromatherapy. It is rubbish. When you smell something, it makes you feel better. Now, my brother does that, but he does it with glue.
What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Budget, probably. Gordon Brown's 10th and possibly final budget.
VAT off condoms.
Well, that's going to save me, what, 13 pence a year?
But he said, he also knows champagne, there's no duty on champagne. He said we might win the World Cup. It's like, we is Scottish git. What are you saying, we?
The one thing that got me about the budget was they were saying how green it was, and one of his ideas, Gordon Brown, was to put a wind turbine on the back of every council house, right? Now, if you live on the estate I live, it's going to be like living in a fucking wind tunnel. I mean, there's going to be chavs, Alsatians, buggies blowing past my window. Is that hailstones? No, just sovereign rings banging on the patio door.
The average Brit has lost 37 what?
37 hours of their life explaining the internet to an old person.
It's like a big, what, like an encyclopedia? Yeah. Another cup of tea and a biscuit.
Every week there seems to be another statistic. I mean, I don't know, you saw like 63% of kids now have underage sex, yet last month 72 were obese. So who's shagging these fat kids?
Dave, Joan, Alex, what have the nation been talking about this week?
I think it's this great story that the NHS are going to offer dance lessons to fatties, basically, isn't it? They're going to help them with the obesity crisis. But the only way you're going to get fat people on the dance floor, I think, is by making the announcement, the buffet is now open. Just across the dance floor there. And it's another government gimmick, isn't it?
It must be awful to see and, like, hear, like, a fat person dance. I'm not being awful, but, you know, like the... well, that's the shoes on. You know, it's going to be a slow process.
I resent people talking about fatties like this. I belong to Overeaters Anonymous.
Really?
Yes, this is the truth. And it's very, a lot of you here are thin, so, but it is very, very sad because we all sit there and the women cry, and they go, no one loves me. And I always say, yes, yes, your butcher loves you, your baker loves you. And one woman, I mean, last week, right before I came over here, she was saying things like, I went on an airplane and she was sobbing. And she said, and they made me buy 2 seats. And she just cried. And then I said, yes, but now you can have 2 meals. And she perked up.
Hasn't McDonald's shut down 25 restaurants this week, didn't they? They shut them down, yeah. But sadly there's some fat people in. They were like, yeah, lock in.
On I'm a Celebrity, you claimed your maid's name was Vaginica Seaman. Is that true?
Yes.
Is she real?
She's real.
Are you sure she's
I'm
real?
positive she's as real as this set is real. Her mother, and this is the truth, her mother loved her body part so much, she said if she had a girl, she was going to name it Vaginica. Then, no, this is true, no bull. Then she married a guy named Harry Seaman.
Harry Seaman.
She became Vaginica Seaman.
26% of women are impressed by men who can what?
Is it impressed by men who can watch loose women without throwing acid in their own face?
Is it by men who can find the G-spot? Apparently it's between 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. I'm not staying up special, you know what I mean? It's like...
Jessica?
I am impressed by men who can dance, actually. That does impress me. Slightly suspicious, but...
I've got a table at Greg's.
What have people been talking about this week?
Is it the honours list?
Yeah, it is the honours list. I woke up last week and it said, genial Irish breakfast host made a sir. Downhill after that.
What did Brian May get his for, do we know? Services to Anita Dobson.
I used to like it when normal people got OBEs. You remember, like, you know, lollipop ladies and, like, toilet attendants? That was nice, weren't it? Could you imagine it really going to the red light? Sheila, that toilet's blocked. Dame Sheila.
That's a lot more Rod Hull, the toilet cleaner.
I like online shopping because, you know, like, when you're looking, if you get bored, you can just go to some porn, it perks you up, and then you carry on shopping. Now, I wish it was like that, normal shopping. Do you know what I mean? Like, you go around the Trafford Centre, bored, someone shows you a cock, you're like, right, now. Auntie Janice.
That probably does happen.
So what else have the nation been talking about?
We think it might be the trial with the Da Vinci Code, where the authors of, is it The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail, are accusing Dan Brown of plagiarism on the historical reference book about Jesus and the Holy Grail.
2 books are from 1982, aren't they? The Holy Book and the Holy Grail, and the judge told the jurors to use that as clues, the 1982. And I'm thinking, well, those who haven't read the Da Vinci book, when the killer gets hit over the head with that Betamax video, forces his hand in that soda stream. I mean, the clues are there, you know.
And what else have the nation been talking about this week?
Is it the moon?
Is it the moon?
They're going to build a permanent base on the moon. It's going to take $10 billion, isn't it, to get people up to the moon. And you just know that if you go on the internet, EasyJet are doing it for £17.50. One way, no hand luggage, and Stelia's going, it's out of this world. You just know.
So Bono and Peggy Mitchell, what poll might they both have featured on?
Is it people that, once you pinch their bum, they start to giggle?
Whole of somebody whose wig stays still while her face moves. I don't know.
Are they people who've lost items of clothing in Pauline's laundrette? I don't know.
Least popular musical instrument?
Is it George Michael's horn?
I have 2 cousins that are autistic.
What are they called, David?
Be some weird name like Clitty or... Clitty and Anus. Yes, they're...
He got their names right. It's Clitty and Anus.
It just came to me, Clitty. I found it. Time for everything before you pipe up.
That was amazing. It was on your mind, yeah. The most annoying thing about a work colleague?
They're always going on about their fucking Blackberries. Who cares? It's just a little bit of plastic that does emails. I'm not bothered about it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I get my emails anywhere I go, so it's...
Is it sometimes that you do a panel show and the person in the middle refuses to wear trousers? It's not really like a show like that's abuse.
You used to work in a call centre, didn't you, remember?
Bartley card lost and stolen.
He's not lost it, has he?
Still got it.
Was there no annoying habits there?
Yes, they had this one day we had to come in as a sports theme and no one could be bothered and we're going, who's going to fall for this shit? Just as our supervisor came round dressed as a jockey. And then you get 2 swear words said to you throughout the call. You have every right, legally, to terminate the call. So I used to egg them on. Can you speak up, you fat bitch?
What have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, they've released that thing that Nottingham is the most dangerous place to live in England. Well, they think it was Nottingham. There was someone being mugged in front of the sign. But it's just ridiculous because they said, like, Nottingham's the most for gun crime, and if you live in Leicester, you're more likely to get sexually assaulted. Now, I've seen the people of Leicester, and if I got sexually assaulted, I probably would move to Nottingham and hope to get shot. Southend. I don't know if anyone's been to Southend, but that's the safest, isn't it? And I think that's Essex. I'm thinking that's full of criminals. But obviously these criminals are commuting, aren't they? To Nottingham, bang, bang, then coming back to Southend. And then when the police come along, it's like that scene from Bugsy Malone, where all the tables turn over. Hey, what crime? You know what I mean?
Alan, I can tell you that's not in our top 5.
But I had a cousin who won the lottery.
What's her name? Chlamydia?
I think her name's Veruca cystitis, if I'm Come on, tell us about taramusculata herpes. Come on. Most annoying thing about weddings?
Me, because I always drink too much and I try to get everybody dancing, and then I kind of make the excuses because, oh, I've got kids and I'm out, you know, and it's a lie. It's just I'm just the same as I always have been, which is rowdy and alcoholic.
Is it the marriage bit?
Yeah, it's legally binding and everything. Yeah.
Really annoying.
Speeches. I mean, people do bang on, don't they?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of my job, though, in fairness. I mean, I can't.
Is it like the realisation that you've wasted a whole Saturday afternoon watching this shit?
In the 1940s, 25% of men what?
Had my nan in an Anderson shelter.
She flattened some grass, didn't she?
Oh, yes.
Is it 25% of men ate a diet of only powdered egg and weasels?
Weasels?
25% of men who fought for our freedom and our future rights didn't realise 60 years later all the thanks they'd get would be happy slapping and pushing dog shit through the letterbox.
Well, Alan, all I've got to say to that is stop it.